Okay, so we're starting the recording in 3, 2, 1, action. So everyone, welcome this morning to today's encore edition of our seven-figure webinar. My name is Laoye Curtis, and I am your Do let me know if you can still see my screen. Okay, so I'm heading to my group, Sam and Dan. Oh, sorry, Sam and Dan. And I'm opening the document. Yeah, so this is my team group where my staff, we communicate and we do our exercises, for the day. Okay, so please let me know. Yeah, my screen is up. Aha, we can now get started properly. Yeah, we can now get started properly. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for making our time to be here. This is the seven-figure webinar by Laoye Curtis, and I will be taking you through a quick journey, a journey of just 30 minutes to talk about earning seven figures in your fashion business. At the end of this webinar, or in the midst of this webinar, I'm definitely going to tell you about some initiatives I have that can help you accomplish these results that we're going to be talking about in this webinar. So I'm going to get started very, very soon. Okay, I'm going to get started very, very soon. Let me check on the group first. Okay, the screen is still on. Okay, so we're on 2 minutes 15 seconds in the recording. So I'll head back to the webinar slide. Okay, so we get started in 3, 2, 1, action. Good morning, everyone listening to me. My name is Laoye Curtis, and I'm your host. I will be taking you through a quick journey into the world of seven-figure income in your fashion business. Now, it doesn't matter what part of the world you're listening to me from, it is possible for you to earn in seven figures, whether it's in dollars, pounds, euros, pesos, Swiss francs, or even never. Depending on the economy in which you operate your business, the capacity to increase, to earn more, grows based on how powerful your economy is. So what someone living in Nigeria listening and watching this webinar can accomplish in terms of seven figures will not be the same as what someone living in Ghana, whose economy is better than Nigeria, can achieve in seven figures, because the principles here, they are universal. What that means is they're applicable in any part of the world that you are in. But then let's get started. I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm here to share with the world the worth of knowledge and the impact that my work has done for people in the fashion space. I've been fortunate to work with fashion entrepreneurs in the UK, South Africa, Canada, US, yeah, and in recent past, Germany, in terms of educating them and guiding them in their businesses. I've had people do 5 figures, 6 figures per year in their fashion businesses outside of Nigeria in foreign currencies. Within Nigeria, we have good enough testimonials of people doing 7 figures in our local currency. So let's get started. The 7-figure income webinar. Okay, so I've got some slides, very interesting slides. Not so much information, but enough to get you started in the right direction. So let's look at some of the points that I've listed here. First of them is this: earning 7 figures in your fashion business requires that you develop certain competencies. Now, these competencies that you need to develop, they will empower you at any point in time, in any part of the world that you find yourself, to earn 7 figures in your fashion business. I kid you not. Wherever you find yourself in the world, the principles are the same. Application may differ depending on the prevailing circumstances in the country where you're based in. So these are the 3 competencies, distinct competencies that you need to develop. The first of them is abundance mindset. The second is sales goal setting. The third is marketing plan. I'll recap. You need 3 distinct competencies. They are the abundance mindset, followed by sales goal setting, and followed by marketing plan. Each of these will be covered in this webinar. So we're going to be running through all of these key points, in order to help you have a picture of a roadmap that can help you move from wherever you are right now in terms of your income, in terms of your earnings, to moving to 7 figures. You can start earning 7 figures in naira, then move to 7 figures in dollars. You can start anywhere. The most important thing is move. Don't stay where you are. So let's dive in. We're going to be talking about abundance mindset shortly. Okay, next slide. You can see on the screen abundance mindset. So I will be talking about abundance mindset with 2 screenshots. These screenshots are from the accountability reports of one of my clients. Now, this client of mine, her name is Bukola. She's based in the south part of Nigeria, the city of Port Harcourt to be precise. She moved from earning 500,000 naira monthly in a fashion business to earning 4.3 million naira monthly, all within the space of 10 months. What this means is that in working with her as a business coach, she was able to scale from earning 500,000, which means her business was doing quite all right. She told me she'd bought lands, she'd bought cars, she'd built houses from that income, but she knew she could do more. And in working together for the past 10 months, she's been able to scale from doing 500,000 to earning more than 8 times that amount per month. So I'll show you some of our screenshots so you can have a picture of how this works. By the way, Bukola is in my premium coaching program called Millionaires Club. Where I work with them for 1 year to grow their income to 20 million per year in their fashion businesses. And if you're fortunate to have other businesses apart from fashion, you can even do it faster from your other business. So this is the fourth quarter, the first half of 2022 sales performance. A report for the first half of 2022. Okay, so you can see on the screen they have blotted out our full name. It's for our privacy and our security. Okay, that's why I had to do that. She's into fabrics, fashion school, and ready-to-wear businesses. So in January of this year, she was clocking 2,366,835 naira in our business. February 1.7 million, March 3 million. April, she had some challenges, personal challenges that affected her business, which she told me about, and it dropped her sales to 1.4 million She pulled up to 1.6 million in May 2022, and in June she was back to doing 2.4 million. Now, for a total of 12,526,485 naira in 6 months. That's the first half of 2022. Now, let's move to the next slide. This is where it gets a lot interesting. In that, when they gave reports in my membership program, right, Fashion 6 Ultra Bronze, I mean, you can see on the screen a screenshot from my Telegram community for those in my Fashion 6 Ultra community, particularly the bronze membership. So now, a quick backstory. See, Fashion 6 Ultra Bronze is the first step in helping you move to 20 million per year. So that's where we groom you to do 100K to 400K monthly in your business. So the next one is Fashion 6 Ultra Silver, where we help you to do 500 to 1 million, 500K to 1 million naira monthly. And then the third level, the Millionaires Club, where you are doing 20 million a year. 20 million more a year. So that's the background of this. So now the interesting thing is that the higher up you are in that community, that is the coaching community, Factor 6 Ultra, you have access to everything being done in the lower levels. So someone in silver has access to bronze classes, while somebody in Millionaires Club has access to silver and bronze classes and all. So we got 53 people, as of the time we were having this session. So Bukola's sales, report, how much he earned in July was 4,337,543 naira. Now for our August sales goal, she's going for 20 million. Actually, 20 million, I told them to set it as a quarterly sales goal. Okay, I mean, how much you want to earn in the next 3 months or in the next 6 months. But when you're setting the sales goal and you're writing it down, write the full amount. We're going to get there. And she's going to run a sales campaign for 2 weeks this month. Can you see? You don't have to be chasing after customers every day. Now, how does this apply to abundance mindset? Well, I like to teach by experiential knowledge. What that means is this: you experience it enough to desire it yourself. For those of us watching, and seeing this screenshot on the screen, you can see on the second slide I wrote, she crushed 4,377,543 naira in July in a bad economy. Presently, the naira is on a free fall. I mean, at some point it traded for 710 naira to a dollar. That's to show you how bad the currency is in exchange, in exchange for international currencies like the dollar. Yet she's thriving. She's thriving in the bad economy. Also, it's because Bukola has developed the abundance mindset. Yeah, this is one of the sessions, series of trainings I did earlier this year, January this year, to help people who have mental blocks. That is, demons that are in your head telling you can't amount to anything. Help them to quash those demons so they can live the life that they've always dreamt of. Mukola wanted to move from 500,000 to 1 million and more. Now she's living the life because she accepted the fact that abundance is available to her on a day-to-day basis. So if you're listening to me right now, this is what I want you to please take note of. When you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you'd see that you've got 2 sets of eyes, 2 sets of nostrils, 2 sets of teeth, 2 sets of jaws, okay? 2 sets of ears, or better put, a pair. Even your brain is divided into 2 parts, the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. 2 parts. Why is it that your head is full of so many organs that are twins, that are created as double? Why? Has it ever crossed your mind? We are wired from creation to experience double of whatever we pay attention to. You have 2 ears, okay? So you can listen well. You have got a mouth that has got 2 parts so that you can do what? Speak things to reality. I desire and I want abundance today. Yes, because you will attract what you think. You're here watching this webinar because somewhere inside you, you desire to experience 7-figure income. Yes, that's why you're here. Or probably you've experienced it, but you want it to be a consistent, reality for you. Or you've experienced and you're past earning 7 figures, you're doing 8 figures, but you just want to touch base with the days of your little beginning, because you will be able to gauge if everything I'm saying now is just hearsay or a copy and paste content. Yeah. So, whichever category you fall into, I'm asking you to look in the mirror and talk to yourself. You need to believe in you. Yes. And you need to accept the fact that abundance can be your experience. Okay? That is where abundance mindset comes in. It is the foundation of every other thing. Otherwise, you may put in all the work, you may apply all the strategies out there, but because your mind is wired to expect things not to work out for you, who knows? You may experience them the way you've imagined them. So please, this is not a motivational talk, because when you're done listening to me, you have a choice to go back to the problems that have kept you stuck or to do something about them. And if you're going to do something about them, you need to start with your mind. Start embracing the possibility of abundance. Okay, thank you. So now let's move on to the next slide. The summary of having an abundance mindset is this: your mind is a magnet. You magnetize what you dwell on in your thoughts for long enough. Yeah, that's how it is. So once you've accepted that you can do 7 figures in your business, what's the next step to follow? What's the next step to take? Oh, it's quite simple. You start setting sales goal. You want to earn in 7 figures. I mean, we're talking about money here. We're talking about money, not personal development. We're talking about money. And if you must make money, you have to decide how much you want to make. Can you see how it's placed? You've accepted at one level that you can experience abundance up to 7 figures and even more than 7 figures. You've accepted that fact. Now, to bring that fact to reality, you need to now what? Put your hands to work. You set sales goal. How do you do that? Simple. Ask yourself these 2 questions. How much? How soon? How much do you want to earn? How soon do you want to earn? 7 figures is anything between 1 million and 9.9 million. That's 7 figures. Once you clock 10 million, that's 8 figures. If you've never done more than 6 figures, you can't just hope to jump to 8 figures overnight. Except you've been listening to some wrong motivation. Because the last I heard, even in my own personal experiences, you got to put in the work if you want to earn in 8 figures. Yeah, you got to put in the work. You won't sleep and wake up to see money in your account overnight. You got to put in the work. But then before you start going out and hustling on a day-to-day basis, working hard, working your ass off just so you can earn a quick buck, you need to plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail already. When you want to plan, what do you plan? You plan how much you want to earn, and you plan how soon you want to earn it. That is the summary of goal setting. So the question is this: when we're talking about 7 figures, how much in 7 figures do you want to earn? How soon do you want to earn it? For some of us, 7 figures we want to earn is in 1 year. That is 12 months. For some of us, it's in 6 months. For some of us, it's in 3 months. For some of us, it's in 1 month. So regardless of the duration in which you want to earn it, it behooves that you set it and write it down. So if I dare ask you, maybe we can do a quick exercise. Just a quick exercise. When we're talking about earning 7 figures, let's have a rough idea of how much you would like to earn in terms of 7 figures, and how soon would you like to earn it. So we have 1 million to 9.9 million. Pick any of these figures, write it down, then think about it and tell me, how soon do you want to earn it? Do you want to earn it in 3 months? Do you want to earn it monthly? Do you want to earn it in 6 months, or do you want to earn it in 1 year? Please, let's do that as a quick exercise. I would like to hear from you. Do tell me in the comments, okay? Do tell me in the comments. I'll definitely love to hear from you, okay? So I'd like to hear from you, please. Let me know, how much would you like to earn and how soon? So 7 figures is between 1 million and 9.9 million. So there's no point fantasizing. Let's make it real. Write it down. How much would you like to earn in 7 figures? Then how soon? So how soon? So when we say how soon, I'm asking, is it in 1 month or 3 months? Because 3 months means quarterly, or 6 months, because 6 months means, half a year, half yearly, or biannual, or is it 12 months, which is 1 year? So let me know, please, how much. So you give me a specific figure. This would help to really hone in on the subject matter. So I'm seeing someone here, okay, in this live webinar, say she wants to earn 1.2 million in 2 months for a start. Okay, not a bad idea. So which means you're saying you want to earn 600,000 per month. Okay, not a bad idea. I like the figures I'm seeing. Oh, there are a good number of answers I'm seeing here that I like here. Okay, so someone wants 1.5 million in 2 months, 1.5 million in 3 months, 1 million in 5 months. Okay, 3 million in 6 to 8 months. Now, for the person who wrote 3 million in 6 to 8 months, your mind is double-minded. You are double-minded. That means your mind is not fixed in one place. One thing I would like you to know when we talk about abundance mindset is this, and the mind being a magnet, is that if you are not sure about what you want, your mind would also be confused and you will not be able to accomplish any of it. So you need to be specific. You can either achieve it, or you can either achieve close to it or surpass it. The figure you write is just a template to get you to, focus your mind in one place. So I like the answer I've gotten now. 3 million in 6 months. Now you're going to do an exercise for me again, please. You're going to do an exercise for me. I like this feedbacks I'm getting. It's really making this session realistic, and I would definitely have to stretch the class beyond the 30 minutes I planned. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so this is the deal. Can you pull out your calculators? Can you pull out your calculators and then divide the amount you want to earn by the number of months within which you want to earn it? Can you do that so that we can have a figure? Let's try that out. Makes for an interesting conversation, okay? Because I like an interactive webinar. How much? Awesome. So the deal is, you want to earn 9.9 million monthly, or sorry, you want to earn 9.9 million in 2 months. So divide 9.9 million by 2 months. Now, you want to earn 1.2 million in 2 months. Divide 1.2 million by 2. You want to earn say 5 million in 3 months. Divide 5 million by 3. So let's get to know how much it will turn out to be monthly. Okay, I can see some interesting figures here. And I see someone, okay, let me check. I'm getting some interesting answers, really. So please pardon me. Okay, yeah, someone wants to earn 20 million in 2 months. That means she wants to earn 10 million per month. Okay, that's what it means. And that's even way beyond the webinar. Yeah, but I love what she's saying, because I know the person who is putting these figures up. She has the capacity to earn them. Trust me, I know her. Okay, so that said, let's look at the breakdown. So someone's breakdown has turned out to be 200k monthly. Another person's breakdown has turned out to be 500k monthly. Another's is 600k monthly. Another's is 250,000 monthly. And another is 1.7 million monthly. Awesome. I love that. Now, let's do something interesting. I hope you're enjoying my webinar, because I like my classes to be very practical. I'm seeing 750,000 Naira monthly. Awesome. Good figures here. Good figures. Now let's do another exercise. We're gonna do a reality check. What's a reality check? A reality check is anything that you do to bring you back from your high horse into the real world. So which means if you are fantasizing and dreaming big, we still need to come back to the real world, because you need to get the work done in the real world before your fantasies and your dreams can come to pass. So we need to do a reality check. Now, compared to the amount that you've come up with monthly in order to accomplish your seven-figure income, okay? For example, someone wants to do 1.2 million. That's 7 figures in 2 months. Awesome. Which tallies at 600K monthly. Someone else wants to do 5 million euro in 3 months, which tallies at 1.7 million per month. That's awesome. Now, what I want you to do for me next is this. Let's compare these figures with what you are earning right now. Can we do that? Can we do that? This is where the rubber meets the road. I like to be practical. Send you on a thinking errand. You can stretch your mind, because I've come to learn many people want good things, but are not willing to pay the price. If you are ready to pay the price to get the good things you're looking for example, the 7 figures that you've written down, you need to know the amount of work that is in front of you. So can you tell me how much you're earning right now? The average. Give me a range right now. So you don't need to call the exact figure, okay? Give me a range. So that way, at least your income is protected. Your information is protected. No one can actually see exactly what the money is. Okay, so I'm seeing someone here doing an average of 300K, and she's aiming to do 600K. So it means that she's working at doubling what she's already earning. I love that. Okay, so I see someone else doing 100K monthly, but she wants to move from 100K monthly to 1.7 million monthly. Can you see? She's saying she needs to do I think 17 times the work, if I'm right, or 170 times the work, I guess. So that's a lot of work to be done. So for that person, I would just advise, grow in stages. Don't jump, but you already know where you are going to, and you will get there. You will get there. So I'm going to be telling you some stories, buttress some of the things um that we've written now. I'm seeing some beautiful feedback. Anyone listening to this recording, please, it was done live, okay? Now, you're listening in hindsight, so you may be wondering, where am I getting all of these feedbacks from? We're actually running this webinar live, so you're listening to the recording. So thank you so much, Urebo. Urebo said something. You need to know the amount of work to put into it. You upgrade or double your effort. Laoye is making sense. Always making sense. Thank you for that, ma'am. So, guys, we've done a reality check. Oh, you've dreamt of doing 500K monthly, but you are presently doing 70K monthly. You already know that you have got to do about 8 times more work for you to get there. Okay, you're currently doing 500K monthly. You're aiming to do 2 million euro monthly. You need to do 4 times the work. Are you ready to put in the work? We'll find out soon. But then, I hope you understand the place of setting sales goals now in helping you know the work that is cut out for you in order for you to get to where you are going to. I am not in that category of coaches that would chase people to pay me for training. I don't need to do that. Rather, I will bring you into a space where you would understand by yourself where you are. Then you make a decision whether you like where you are, which is your comfort zone, or you want and desperately want a change of situation. The people that I've worked with in a coaching capacity who have done well are those that are hungry with where they are right now and who desperately want to get to a better place and are ready to put in the work. Others that have paid me for coaching who didn't get enough results or didn't get any result at all are those that are desperately looking for answers but not ready to put in the work because they are looking for a quick fix. I don't take quick fix. Last I heard, An overnight success took 10 years to make. That means the person you're celebrating today as a celebrity had been a nobody for the past 10 years. They're putting in the work on a day-to-day basis till they got to where they are. And they pay the price. They pay the price. So let's get down to business. So we've talked about setting sales goals, and we've talked about, writing it down. So you've done the part of writing it down. It doesn't matter whether it looks unattainable for you right now. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you've written it down. The fact that you've written it down, your mind is a magnet. So how does your mind work? Your mind begins to look for opportunities, begins to look for ideas that you can implement, which can lead you closer to the figure you've written down. For some of you, the ideas your mind will pop up in your head is to talk to someone to coach you, talk to someone to mentor you, buy a book on sales, get a training on marketing, get a course on Facebook advertisement, go volunteer to work for someone, join a network. Ideas will start coming to you. Now, you will know how well your mind is in terms of being a magnet when these ideas start coming in. And then you will discover how much of a stumbling block you are to your own progress. When those ideas are coming and your head is shaking from left to right, like, it's not possible. I can't do this. It's not possible. I can't do this. I'm not good enough for this. If you find yourself talking like that, you need to go for deliverance. You need to go for deliverance. I kid you not. Yes, you need help. Help from people who know what you should do to turn around things. And help from people who can help you clean up your head. Yes, because the last I heard, every one of us, including myself, there are levels that we have the capacity to get to, but we have looked down on ourselves that we are not good enough. Imposter syndrome. What about glass ceiling syndrome? Always putting in the effort but getting stuck at one point, and you're wondering, why is it that I can't go beyond this point? That's the glass ceiling syndrome. No matter what you do, you don't know what to do to get beyond that level. Stop deceiving yourself. Go pay someone who knows. But are you willing to do that? That's when you know whether you're a stumbling block to yourself. What about those of us that things are working out well for you, but presently your capacity in your business to handle the volume of work customers are bringing to you is not big enough to accommodate others. Imagine someone whose capacity to produce in a month is 40 units of their products, whether ready to wear clothing or bespoke tailoring, clothing or footwear, whatever. They realize that they can't do beyond 40 in a month. Now there's a program, there's a training, there's a coaching, there's a consultation they can take that will show them what to do to move to 100 per month, but they just find themselves unable to move because in their mind they are used to freebies, and they keep going to church to pray for breakthroughs. I tell people, no weapon formed of fashion against me shall prosper, but the one I turn on myself will work. So those of us that have been in that kind of situation, if you are in that kind of situation, this is a rude awakening, okay? I want you to make the decision that will take you to the next level. It's not in all cases you need a coach. It's not in all cases you need consultation. It's not in all cases you need a book. But in some cases, you will definitely need a mix of all of these to get the results you're looking for. So that being said, let's move to the next slide, which kind of wraps it all up. This is where we are grinding, the meat, and we're taking everything to the next level. Okay, I hope you've learned so far from all I've shared. Yeah, I like to share my points in threes. Yeah, sometimes in quadruples, but in threes so that I can share enough not to overwhelm you, so that you can still retain most of what you've learned, and then you have enough time to brood on what you've learned and take decisions. Yeah, take decisions. No matter how good the information you get access to, if you don't act on it, it's useless. Yeah. So the third competence that you need to develop is what? Marketing plans. What does the marketing plan entail? I'll run through all of these, because you know them somehow, but then you may not have thought about them in this way. So I've written down 6 points, okay, that consist of a marketing plan. So a marketing plan is more or less like an execution plan, implementation plan. Oh, sorry, there was a break for a while. Yeah, the mic went off. So what I'm saying, what I was saying before the break was that now that you know the first two competencies that you need to put in place, the first of them being having an abundance mindset, which is what we've talked about earlier on, right? Having an abundance mindset. And the next point is setting sales goals. Then the third is developing marketing plans. So what this means is that you work from your mind to expect that abundance can be your experience on a day-to-day basis. That frees you up to think positive thoughts, to desire a better life. In this case, 7 figures. Okay? Now, you now have the freedom of mind to expect that whatever amount that you have set or that you will set is going to eventually become a reality. That's progress. Okay? If you don't work on your mind, you can't get to that point of setting that goal. I've been in that situation. Yeah, I called on my staff and I told them, I don't know how much to set our sales goal, but it has to be 7 figures. I don't know. I have some international projects to do. Yeah, I have some local projects I'm working on. And all of them will require money at one point. So I'm asking myself, am I working to earn revenues just so that I can pursue these projects? Or why am I doing this? I mean, I got into that fix, and I told them, let's sit down and talk. Let's plan our sales goal together. You need to get to such points, true, where you can have somebody to talk to, whom you can reason together and come up with a plan. Okay, so let's start with your marketing plan. The marketing plan is now you capturing on paper all those ideas in your head, including the sales goal that you have set. So the sales goal you've set, which you've written down, now let's look at how it can be accomplished using a marketing plan. Number one is you need to have bestseller products. You need to have bestseller products. Oh, you're new to business. Congratulations. Please, you need to go and get education on how to set up a business and how to acquire customers. That's what you need right now. Because when I talk about bestsellers, I'm addressing folks who are already in business. So if you've been in business long enough, you should by now know which of your products move the market. Which of your products are your customers always coming to you for? Or you can be a bespoke tailor for menswear and you're a man. And there's another person on the same lane where you operate your business who is into bespoke tailoring for men. Yet, the kind of clothing that the men customers of that other bespoke tailor request that they make for them will not be the same as the one your own customers are asking you to make for you. You need to understand that distinction. What that means is that you are a tailor, you're into menswear. Probably most of your customers are asking you to make senator wears and shirts for them. Whereas the other tailor down the street, who is also a bespoke tailor into menswear, his own customers are usually coming to him to make suits for them and pants, not even shirts. So you can be in the same line of business, but what your customers want are completely different. How do you know? You need to look to your best sellers. So if you've been in business long enough, what are your best sellers? Sorry, this is a webinar. This is not a coaching class or a training. Otherwise, I would have given you another exercise to come up with your best sellers. And it will shock you. Now you probably have been sitting on money the whole time. Okay? But then a bestseller is simply a product in your portfolio of products or services that your customers usually order for. They order for those types more than they order for other types. Yeah, that's a best seller. It's up to you to decide whether you want to push them or not. But if you ask me, I'll tell you that wise business persons, they don't waste their time on losers. Losers are those products you have that people hardly ask for. They can be great products. They can solve great needs for your customers, but the honest truth is that they are losers. So how do you turn a loser to a winner? You add them as upsells or cross sells. Upsell in the sense that, oh, customer has come to buy your bestseller, and then you offer those loser products, which they will definitely like, but they just don't ask for it, and then you offer it to them, probably at a discount or with an irresistible offer, and boom, they go for it. And your average order value from each customer increases. So you need to check out customer lifetime value. Okay, please go research on customer lifetime value. It will help you to understand, how you can increase your average order value. Average order value means how much of your products you can get a customer to buy in one sitting. So someone has come to buy from you a top, you're getting them to buy a skirt and a wristwatch and a bag along with it, which they did not plan for in the first place. Okay, so this is why you need a marketing plan. Your marketing plan starts with you identifying your bestseller products. And then it continues with you. The second of the steps in your marketing plan, things you need to plan for, is the specific target audience that you want to sell your bestseller products to. That is, what are the kind of people that have been buying your products? Can you analyze them? Can you go on for more of those kind of persons? Now, this is a 7-figure income webinar. This is not a generic webinar on how to acquire customers. That's why this is not for beginners. But they are helpful for beginners so that they can focus their attention on what is most important and not listen to the white noise out there about different ways which you can sell and acquire customers. If you're a beginner, the best advice I can just give to you is you need to create a portfolio of your works, test the markets. Then in 3 months, watch which of your products have products or services have drawn the most, purchases. Oh, and I love the feedback I just got from Kate. Kate is my big friend in the ready to wear space. And she's one of the biggest contributors of testimonials to me. She was in my there's a feedback I'm getting from her in the group where we're having this webinar now. She says, what I just shared about, increasing the average order value of your customers vis-a-vis upselling, from your bestseller products to other products that they can add on. Kate says that approach is what works for her in her business. She is into clothing, footwear, and fashion accessories. So most times they upsell and cross-sell. Can you see? That's someone doing 7 figures, validating what we just shared. It's never a dull moment when you're with Laoye in webinars like this, because we have testimonials, we have results working out there. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kate. Okay, so let's carry on. Yeah, so you need to identify your best sellers first. Then you need to identify the specific target audience that warm up to that bestseller product, that usually come after that bestseller product, usually request them from you. Then you go all out for more of those kind of people. I have people who are signed up to my 1 year coaching program where I help them to do 20 million a year. Initially, it was 12 million to 20 million. That was the range, which meant an average of 1 million every monthly to 20 million eventually. But then, if you do 1 million every month, that's 12 million in a year. So we're like, oh, you could do 12 million to 20 million. Then someone like Bukola, whose testimonial I shared earlier on, she just broke the table. Between November and now, she's already close to 20 million. Then she was proof positive that these things work. Another member of that millionaire club by the name Bossede, Bossede, she's in the United States. Our business grew from $1,250 a month to about $6,000 a month. Now she has her own physical store in New Jersey, in the US. I mean, she's working on getting her own car to commute to work, and she's doing well. Things that looked impossible for her before now, they are now a reality. She joined my Millionaires Club February this year. Okay, so these ladies I've told you about, they have bestseller products. They have specific target audience. Now, in my case, if I want people who can pay $1 million a year for coaching, or equivalent of $2,500 a year for the Millionaire Club coaching, I need to look for more people like Bukola and Abosede. That's a specific audience. And organize webinars like this, where I share my plans with them and let them buy into it. So, excuse me, please, I need to take water. Wow. Well, we're getting to the end anyways. Okay, so back to the matter at hand. Once you've identified your bestseller products and the specific target audience you can promote that to, you need to calculate estimated units you need to sell. That is the number of units of your bestseller products that you need to sell in order to accomplish your goal. So can someone please help me out? Can you share with me how much you charge for one of your products? So tell me the name of the product and tell me how much you charge. Tell me the name of the product and how much you charge. And tell me how much you are aiming to earn in 7 figures. Sorry guys, the network has been acting up, so I have to share the screen again. And then I'll go back to our conversation. Okay, so here we have it now. Estimated units to sell. So please, I need somebody to do the calculation then. Okay, Chidima is selling shift dresses. She's aiming to do 600K per month for 2 months in order for her to clock 1.2 million. So if she's selling at 600 at 8K and she's aiming for 600K, so can we divide 600,000 naira divided by 8,000 naira? That gives us an estimated. So Chidima needs to sell 75 units per month for 2 months of shift dresses in order to accomplish a goal of 600K in so Chidima needs to sell 75 units of her shift dresses per month at 8K in order to accomplish a goal of 600K a month. So in 2 months, she needs to sell 150 units in 2 months in order to accomplish a goal. So I hope you have an idea of how this works, please. Oh boy, speaking for more than an hour is not a small job. Okay, so let's rush to the last two. Oh, the last three. Marketing strategy. For marketing strategy, the goal here is this. What do you need to do? What do you need to do in order to accomplish your sales goal? So for the purpose of this session, I'm using Chidima's example. She is aiming to sell 75 units of her shift dresses at 8,000 euro in order to accomplish 600K a month. So if she's going to do 1.2 million in 1 month, she needs to sell 150 units. But she's decided she's going to do it in 2 months, which is awesome. Okay, now the interesting thing. Wow. Okay, so I'm back to my screen sharing. Sorry for all of those. 5 units. Oh, man. Pardon me, guys. I keep getting logged out of the. The group. Wow. For real? So please, I'll need to take a pause because of the network. Wow. Okay, can you still hear me now, please? Okay, please let me know if you can still hear.